Nobody's in it for the money.
For 25 years,
It's the idea of being able to help people.
Detective Claire
Make things safer.
has offered help.
Hi, honey.
Her passion to protect and serve
Good to see you, too.
crossed paths with her love for education.
I was one of those odd kids that absolutely loved everything about school.
You can find her on the playground instead of in a patrol car.
Kind of fell in love with stopping into the schools.
Life in here
Do I have time still to read a book to you?
and life out there are very different.
I've worked Granville Avenue now for about 20 years. You could go down that alley and there was so much graffiti, bullet casings in the middle of the alley. The best way to describe it would be a miniature gang turf war.
Violence fueled by vengeance.
And the biggest thing is to get known.
But Detective Claire is dedicated to cleaning it up.
Nobody likes to snitch. It took a long time of building rapport with people down there to even be able to get them to make phone calls to us, let alone be seen actually physically talking to us.
She's won over the neighborhood's trust. Things are coming together.
We have done everything we can to make this a neighborhood that you would be proud to call home.
Now, when Detective Claire is down here, there's less work
I'm Officer Sue,
and a lot more play.
and I work for the Grand Rapids Police Department.
Kids are a breath of fresh air.
With crime down in the neighborhood, she has a lot more time to do things she enjoys, like read
What did we see?
to kids.
It's like a second home to me down there.
You're good.
She's seen the shift.
All right.
There was a time in that neighborhood where parents walked their kids to school not because they needed to get them to school, but to make sure that the kids were safe going to school. Now they walk them to school because they're excited to go get their child in the school and educated.
Guys, I had a really good time with you today. Bye.
Right, stay tight. Quite the accomplishment.
At 16,
This past year, I trained incredibly hard
Sophia Grimmer
and focused like my whole life on it.
made it.
Now I'm finally here.
Here is the 2018 CrossFit Games.
It's a worldwide stage.
Sophia falls into the 16 and 17-year-old division,
Everyone gets that bug.
barely not qualifying last year.
Like, I want to go to the CrossFit Games.
She knew this year would be different.
The amount of dedication, the way you have to set up your lifestyle to do that is challenging. She was able to go from missing to being top 10 in the world.
I just wanted to prove that I would be able to and show that all my training actually was paying off.
Sophia says her mom is the one who got her started in the sport.
Nice job.
Neither realized the impact it would have on the teenager.
I was never really competitive until I started CrossFit, and now I want to win.
And she's not alone.
It's really nice to have a community that supports me.
Her CrossFit family from Muskegon CrossFit is backing her the entire way.
We have probably about 15 people from the gym that are going to be going to support her.
Music is part of our human fabric.
215 classrooms
But music is a medium that children naturally love.
across Michigan
Music and literacy
don't even realize
are so connected.
they're learning. With an entire career dedicated to education, Dr. Monique Salinas saw a problem she knew she could help with.
If they don't have the very strong reading skills by the third grade, their academic career is more challenging.
5 years ago, she created Mind Meets Music.
I came up with a program that combined a Hungarian music methodology and a Swiss movement methodology.
She's recruited certified teachers
I have been a classroom teacher for 17 years.
to lead students in the program.
It really enhances their relational skills with each other as well. Initially, we come in and we say a hello greeting. And then the kids have to sing a response to a question that I ask.
The area of the brain that influences literacy is the same area of the brain that is connected to music. When you strengthen the skills in music, you're also strengthening the skills in literacy.
The teachers say it is really bridging a gap.
They're learning how to build the skills toward dictations.
The program has proved successful in its very short tenure.
I know that we're making a path for the leaders of tomorrow.
About 50% of our work is lead.
In an area where lead paint is a definite problem,
We redo them from, start to finish.
it's imperative
If you think something's lead,
to have people
just assume it is.
like Steve Burgett.
And that's the worst thing about the lead is tracking it in and out.
Evernew is a certified lead abatement company. Steve and his crew are no strangers to the process.
We clean before we start. So you've got like a ground zero.
From there, they cover the floor.
Every day you put new plastic down and clean it up and, get rid of it.
When rehabbing a lead house, containment is the crew's #1 concern.
You should wear a face mask and some tight-fitting clothes. And then when you get done working, before you get off the plastic, you need to get all that stuff off.
The most common places to find lead dust is near doors, windows, and trim.
Every time somebody opens or closes a door or window, the dust comes down, it gets on the floor, and that's the main problem.
For someone looking to treat a house, you basically have 2 options.
And if you can abate it, that's the best way to go. That means to remove it. Another way would be to encapsulate it, would be to paint over.
Although lead is a huge problem, numbers of professionals certified to rid houses are low.
Sad, because there should be more people doing it.
Luckily, the companies that are certified follow protocol very closely. As the job concludes, there's only one more step.
Once the job's all done, we come back and they retest to make sure there's no lead still in the house. So we've got a nice, clean, lead-safe house.
Tuesday nights are spent on the court, preparing
My first year competing, we won a national championship.
to do it again.
Read the pick. Well, you got to first have a heart and love for basketball to be successful in the game. Oh, you should have took that in, man.
Well, there's really a place for everyone in wheelchair basketball, no matter what your ability level is.
Hands up!
Mary Freebed offers many different levels of wheelchair basketball, and many of these athletes have been involved for decades.
I was 14 years old in the rec department, took some patients out to see the Grand Rapids Pacers wheelchair basketball team, and ever since then I fell in love with it. Go, Pace, go!
After his playing career, Lee took to coaching.
Keep shooting them, Charlie. They all my kids. They're great. I love these guys. They work hard for me out there on the court.
Lee is definitely a tough coach at times. He has absolutely made me the athlete and the man that I am today.
Wheelchair basketball follows the same set of rules as NCAA men's basketball. A 30-second shot clock, a 3-second lane violation, a lot of similarities with minimal differences.
There's no double dribbling. All right, so you can dribble, pick up the ball, order a pizza or something, and then dribble again.
Coach Lee says their toughest opponent is the only thing between his top 10 nationally ranked team bringing home some hardware.
Our rival is ourselves. Once we get past us, then we'll play against teams. We can have a good day or we can have a bad day. It's going to be tough. I can tell you that right now.